Welcome back to Cookies and Milk, episode 55.
Cookies and Milk, episode 55.
I'm your host, William.
I'm your host, Ben.
Today we're having new cookies, thin chocolate Oreos.
They're healthier.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean, they're thinner. There's less Oreo.
Yeah, but we're having chocolate instead of vanilla. But we're having four.
You think chocolate is worse for you than vanilla is?
No, that's not true. That's a question. Is there more sugar in chocolate than in vanilla?
I think...
Or are we even... Is that even vanilla? Is that even vanilla what we eat with?
It's just like cream. I think it's like it's just sugar regardless, so I don't think it really matters.
Right.
Just like the flavoring in it.
I'll say this. I think these are the hardest to soak up.
Yeah,
milk.
They're just not even going to soak it up at all.
Like, the double stuff soaks it up like nobody's business. And, center kind of soaks it up.
Speaking of other versions of the same thing, you wanted to talk about sequels.
Yeah. So, Shadow of War is coming out soon. And got me in the hankering to play through Shadow of Mordor. Since I started it but never beat it. And it is a fun game. The gameplay, the combat is very fun. And it's got me excited to see what they can do with Shadow of War, but at the same time, I'm not in any rush to play it.
Yeah, that's the same way I am. Like it looks really cool, but I don't know. No part of it is like I gotta play this game.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, it just looks like Shadow of Mordor again.
That's true, but you haven't looked into anything else.
I mean, like, the gameplay is still Shadow of Mordor. It's tough when a game comes out on, like, the same console, like a console that already exists.
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't look like it's really trying to tell that much of a new story or anything. Not that I bought Shadow of Mordor for the story, but, like...
Right.
I played Shadow of Mordor, and I really liked it. But if I wanted more Shadow of Mordor, I would have played,
The DLC?
The DLCs, and I didn't play the DLCs. I should, maybe, but before I get Shadow of War, I should probably play the DLCs. Just to have more stuff to do and figure out if I really want to spend $60 on the game.
Right.
Otherwise, put it on the Christmas list.
Yeah. So, the question of sequels is... What are sequels that, like... Oh, I thought of something good. Why Uncharted? I like Uncharted so much. Because the way it's another one of those things where it's like, oh, it'll always keep going. The series will always keep going on. But they know when to stop a character's story. Like, it's a weird comparison, but this is why I love Nathan Drake more than Gordon Freeman.
Because he talks?
Because he talks, he's funny, he's a good character, and he had a story that ended. And the way they were going to go with Gordon Freeman is that the game keeps going on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Gordon Freeman goes from one thing to one thing to one thing, and it never stops.
Right.
And I realized, I thought about the ending of Half-Life 2, Episode 2. I think that's Episode 2. Yeah, it's Episode 2. Because people are like, where's Episode 3? But the ending of Half-Life 2 is a giant explosion. And G-Man is talking to Gordon. And I think it's just one of those things. And I think it should have ended just being like, G-Man's like, well, this has happened. And now it's on to your next adventure, Gordon. And then you just leave. And I think that's the ending.
Yeah.
Like, there's no more story after that. But obviously that's not true because of that whole fiasco. But that's behind us.
One of the worst endings, I think. I mean, like, I know why people do it, but it's one of the endings that always gets me. Is like, and then they just kept having adventures and stuff forever, and it's just like, all right, well, there's no finality there. But it's sort of the thing it's what happens a lot, especially with, like, slice of life stuff. Stuff that doesn't have, like, a huge plot or anything.
Right.
It's just like, and then they kept doing this kind of stuff.
But no. Even slice of life stuff ends with because it's normally like high school stuff. It ends with them graduating high school.
Right.
Like the end of that, like, because there was a finale to high school.
Don't I know it?
Do you?
Or wait, if Blink-182...
What?
Is it Blink-182? Who the people who write that?
High School Never Ends?
Yeah.
Is that Bowling for Soup? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Well,
Tom DeLonge?
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
High School Never Ends.
I was listening to that when I was in high school.
Now that shit's great.
I might have been in middle school when I was listening to that the first time, and I was just like...
Alright, thanks. Thanks, Bowling for Soup. Can you go back to singing Sonic Unleashed songs now?
Yeah, let's get some more of that.
That's my favorite song from you guys. But with Uncharted, it's like he goes through all these, and then the fourth one explains everything about him, his character, his backstory.
God, I gotta play 4.
4 is so good. I can't believe people think it's just like you're going from thing to thing, like it's a cutscene generator or something. Like, what the hell are you talking about? There's gameplay abounds in it.
Like, it is one of the good things, too, that it really gets, like, little bits and little bits and little bits of the character every single time. Like, 3 has a lot of, like, Drake as a kid.
Yeah.
And you know that, like, Drake's not his real name, or no, that
he's
not actually the...
son of, or the
yes, you know what I mean.
He's not,
Spoilers for Uncharted 3.
Drake is not his ancestor.
Right. Francis Drake?
Sir Francis Drake.
It's gonna ruin your enjoyment of 1 and 2 if you know that.
I mean, hey. It's the thought that he's bullshitting that. I mean, that's his character. But, oh man. And the way 4 worked out so well is because it built up characters. You like Sully, you like Elena at the end.
You like all those characters.
It's so good. And then at the end, it makes sense that it picks up. What's fun about the multiplayer is that you play as everyone. Like all the enemies and all the main antagonists and protagonists from the games. And like The Lost Legacy, Uncharted The Lost Legacy, makes perfect sense. Because, yeah, there are other people out hunting treasures. It doesn't just have to be Nathan Drake.
Is that out?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's been out for a while. I should pick that up.
Yeah, I should. I gotta borrow Uncharted 4 from you. What am I playing currently?
Nier, again and again and again.
I logged in an hour on that yesterday, and I listened in If I Were You to pass the time.
Yeah.
Nothing. No drops, and I'm just like, this is hell.
Neo?
I am working on Neo. I put in, you got really lucky. I asked you if you wanted to play Overwatch Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were like, I'm out with Evie, and then you came back and you were like, hey, do you still want to play Overwatch? And I was like, yeah, just let me beat this level. And I walked in, and I almost died, like, several times in the boss fight. But I didn't die. I went through the entire level without dying once, and I was just like, alright, shit.
Wow.
Because I'm going to have time for Overwatch after all.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't even stop to think about how hard that actually would be. How long it might actually be for you to finish this level.
Yeah, it was a shorter one. It was a side level.
Okay. But yeah. Drop those for a bit. Have a fun time with Uncharted 4.
I can beat Neo. I just gotta beat the DLC for Neo. And then I'm gonna beat... I gotta sit down and just beat Ultimate Marvel... Or not... Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Mm-hmm. Just so I can say I did it.
Okay.
Because I'm consistently sort of just like, oh, maybe I should just like pop that in and play a couple more story levels. I just gotta beat it. Mm-hmm. And then I can just be like, hey, whenever people come over and play that multiplayer, whenever that happens.
So, I also want to talk about Pokemon sequels. So, part of me thinks the necessity of some of the sequels just shouldn't have happened. Like,
explain.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. These games should be remakes.
Of other games?
No, of Sun and Moon. Years later.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that's cool.
They've gotten away from releasing, like, the penultimate edition of that game, like, a year after, and it's like, just... make both games you just released good enough to buy both of them.
That's one of the things that always got me is, or that's got me with this now, that it was like, hey, sun, moon, and then like, oh, dusk edition, and it's like, nope. No.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Black and White 2.
2 again, and Black and White, and it's like, buy 2 again. And it's the kind of shit that's like, so obvious. Like, so any baby could have told you. Like, back then when it was like red, blue, or it was red, green, and then it was like, oh, you gotta make a blue. Yeah. And then like, oh, yellow is also in that, so you make a yellow.
Pikachu is the best Pokemon mascot, is the best mascot.
And then it was like gold, silver, and then it was like, and crystal, right? The rare materials, and it's like, nobody makes things out of crystal, what the fuck is that? And then it was like ruby, sapphire, emerald.
Emerald makes sense.
The only reason I would ever make that connection in my head now is because of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond, pearl, the fancy little rocks, one of them
Platinum,
is and then
a metal.
Pearl is like, it's an organic thing.
Black, White 2.
Black, White, Gray, it's Black, White 2.
Because making Pokemon Gray would just make this story again. Black, White 2. I think Black, White 2 was necessary because Black and White were so devoid of content, like after the story.
Sure.
Black and White 2 made a bigger world, a bigger story and stuff. What got me, no third or 3-4 game for X and Y.
Yeah, X, Y, Z. Nope.
You literally have a Z Pokemon.
It's X, Y, and then Z.
No,
and then,
he's getting a buff in Gen 7.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a whole thing in this game where you won't care.
Yeah.
You'll try to care. You won't. I know you won't, because it's gonna be really hard for you.
Yeah.
It's like with Regigigas was like a fun cross-generational thing. It was like, oh man, when you caught all those Regis because you wanted to get the Regis, and then we turned out and we made it even better for you. And this one's like, remember when you caught Zygarde in Gen 6? Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Start all over again, collecting these little things around the world that you don't care about, because once you get all of them, you're going to have beaten the game already.
You know what I found out?
We found out.
I was watching Tamashi Hiroka's review of Diamond and Pearl, and she talked about how the loss of emphasis on single-player experience in Pokemon is the reason why the Battle Frontier isn't in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Oh, because people didn't want to do it?
Because Game Freak thought
people didn't want to do it?
Didn't want to do it. So it was like, oh, it's just, we have the story, of course, and then it's just online battling after that. And it's like, come on. Like, I get the extra episode and stuff, but it's like, give us the Battle Frontier back, because I've never experienced the Battle Frontier.
Yeah.
I've never played Emerald before, because I wasn't the type of kid to buy multiple games. You did, somehow.
Yeah,
you got Sapphire, Ruby. Did you get a second Ruby?
No, I got...
You got Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald.
And Emerald, yeah.
I had to buy my own separate copy of Sapphire.
After deleting mine.
Yeah. Fuck off.
I'm allowed to have 3 Pokemon games.
No, you're not! You got Crystal, the best of the 3. I got Silver.
Is that true? Is it the best of the 3?
Crystal?
Yeah.
The heavily updated version that has full colors and moving sprites?
Yeah, alright, yeah, I guess it is the best of the 3.
You can catch Suicune, Ho-Oh, and Lugia? You can catch
all 3 of them.
You can catch...
For so long, I feel like I've made this comment on the podcast before, too.
Did you... Here's the thing. You've never touched gold or silver before in your life.
That's true. I played hard gold.
You played specifically You've played specifically Crystal. You don't know how much better Crystal is than the other 2 games.
Right, I assumed they were the same game. Also...
They added the female...
Yeah.
Day and Night. Radio. Well, Radio was in Silver and Gold, sorry.
But
Day
and Night was also in
that.
What are you... You're thinking about Red and Blue?
It's the... I played Blue, and I've only played Blue.
I only played this Silver version, and it's like blue but covered silver.
Yeah.
This game was garbage!
Our parents bought you all the new Pokemon games, and I was still playing Blue.
This was 2007.
Yeah, it was. But Pokemon Soul Silver, Heart Gold, those were good. Remakes
are
necessary. They update the story. They updated everything about it.
The biggest downside, though, to playing Crystal as a young child is getting in on that one, was that now I'm going to be thrown by the wayside forever and ever.
Exactly. Right.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah, but you're getting back into the status quo.
And then...
Because it's me playing Silver, no one's playing Gold. You're Crystal. Like, it's a base 2 and then the final one. But I'm the only one on the base and you're at the top.
We gotta have 3 of them again so Isabel can start playing the third one and wait a year.
Right.
Even though I'm the one who's gonna wait a year to actually play it. Still have not beat Moon.
Yeah, you haven't. Have you beaten Y?
Yeah, I beat Y.
Okay.
Of course I beat Y. How dare you?
Did you beat White 2?
No, I didn't beat White 2.
That's what I fucking thought. I forgot. I had to go back to Gen 5 to get it.
Keep going back. My DS was broken.
All
the entire time. My DS was broken that gen, so I got in on Y, and then I had to go back and buy White 2 at full value because that's how Pokemon games work.
Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. But imagine how much Crystal costs. Think someone would sell Crystal?
I want to buy Crystal.
You have Crystal still.
Somewhere in this house.
Yeah. I got like 4 copies of Silver because all the battery died. All of their batteries died.
That's the saddest thing.
I could probably replace them, but I'll just buy it on the 3DS.
It is one of the saddest things about Pokemon that they didn't make a way to port your Pokemon from one gen to the other.
It was the Gen 2 to Gen 3 cutoff because you can get Pokemon from Gen 3 all the way to Sun and Moon.
Yeah, you can take them all the way, and if they have hacks, if they're Game Sharked in to Ruby and Sapphire, you won't even notice once they get to Gen 7.
Why?
That's just the way it works. It's like compressing a JPEG so many times.
Uh-huh.
It goes from a Ruby and Sapphire file to a Gen 4 file to a Gen 5 file through 3 different transfer systems, and then once it hits Gen 5, you can Pokebank it.
Right.
And then it goes to the games. No one has any... I'm not sure if that's true. It's just a funny thing to think about.
It's like money laundering?
Yeah. Like, you counterfeited it so many times, and once it's crinkled up and counterfeited and everything, nobody's even going to think about it.
Yep. My level 100 Kyogre with max stats and all that. I don't even know if you can hack that.
It's shiny. It really is shiny.
I got a shiny Kyogre.
First try.
Why would you want a shiny Kyogre? It's all green. It's like the weakest.
What if you just had a green team?
Ugh, I guess, dude.
It'd be gross, I think.
I mean...
Green and pink shinies.
Ugh. But, like, Alpha Kyogre is the... Alpha Shiny Kyogre is the coolest. It's like a deep black.
I should probably... Now that we're talking about it, because I want to know what it looks like.
Like, I really do hope that... Hey, there's... Take those magic cards off your phone.
Oh, wow.
But what I'm excited for is the Gen 4 remakes that are probably going to come out next year. It'd be weird if they didn't.
It's weird that they haven't come out yet.
Yeah, really. And it's like, I really hope they do fix it. Like,
oh, you're right. They look sweet.
Yeah, don't they? Fucking black and yellow and gold and shit.
Black and yellow, black and yellow,
Stop
black
it.
and yellow, black and yellow.
And it's like you can see this when there's remakes of old games, like
Black video.
Not on a podcast. Like Soul Silver and
Groudon's green too.
Yeah, I think they're playing black and yellow. Hey, turn this off so we don't get copyrighted.
Why is it so slow? Oh, no, pink.
No, Kyogre's pink.
Kyogre's pink.
Who was green?
Groudon.
No. There was another Pokemon that was green, though.
I mean, there's a lot of green.
I'm thinking of Poliwrath, sorry.
Oh, yeah. What's Politoad's?
Politoad is blue.
Of course.
Makes sense, yeah?
Yeah. Rayquaza's the only one to keep their really cool shiny palette.
Rayquaza got the coolest shit. Which, that's the thing. It's like, the third version gets the coolest shit.
That's, the biggest, spit in the face that I'm sort of glad we're moving away from, is that the third gen gets the coolest shit all the time. So
The third game?
the third game.
The hell are you talking about? We just got Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. They got some cool shit.
But I mean, like, it doesn't feel. I mean, those feel like sequels, as opposed to
No, they're different universes.
you go to the Ultra Beast world, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's the same story with the same characters, but everything's different.
really,
I mean, it's Lily's a Pokemon trainer. You, the male and female Pokemon trainers have different clothes at the start, and you're galaxy jumping. That's what gets me. It's like there's no regard for plot now.
that's. I mean, there's been like little bits and pieces.
Yeah, I know, but with the wormhole theory, it doesn't matter anymore.
That's what fucking.
We're on a different timeline than what we started with as kids.
That's what killed me about White 2 and Black 2, is that you started, for all intents and purposes, several years after White and Black.
Yeah.
All of these events are canon. And Bianca is there, and Sharon is there.
I almost said just Cher. Like the musician Cher.
So both of them are there, and they've gone through their like arcs and everything. And I wanted more than anything for there to be somebody to be like, "Hey, what did you pick last time?" And just like put in your previous trainer's name and their starter.
Yeah.
So that you would
that would have been fun.
Find them. That's like all I would have wanted out of the game. That would have been enough to keep me playing that game. Just to find.
Yeah, I was hoping that happened, or at least they talk about the person at least once.
Like any throw off things, like yeah, we used to know the champion around these parts.
Used to know
they left. They're gone.
Their asshole doesn't return my X-transceiver calls.
Yeah, I'm the normal gym leader in the first town, and Bianca's like a professor's assistant or whatever. So I guess they're embarrassed. 'Cause they're a fucking world-saving champion.
It's so sad. So I guess they're
losers.
embarrassed to know us.
You don't talk about me. Why would I talk about them?
They're still in the black and white tree. That's what they're still trying to build up those towns.
Right, of course.
Black City, White Forest.
I'm like, fucking, oh my god, get here. I'm lost, the trainer is lost in the fucking X-transceiver world. Please!
What is this? Why did you try to do this?
I just want to talk to my friends.
What the hell were they doing?
I thought you were looking at something. You looked like past me and you just said, what the hell? And you sat up and I was like, what the fuck is there?
It's a cat food can. It's just an empty cat food can because our dogs are barbarians and they steal that. Where did that come from? How long? We haven't had these cat food cans in a while. Like a month ago.
In a while, factually. But, what were we saying?
Hold on. I'm going to talk about the Sea Gear real quick. The fuck were they doing?
I don't know. I played White a lot. Like, a lot.
We spent, like, a little while trying to figure that thing out. Like, trying to understand how Dream World abilities go. We didn't try to figure that out, but we just tried to figure out.
Weren't Dream World abilities in the second game? In only White 2 exclusively?
They took away the... Did they take away the Dream World?
No, I think...
The Sea Gear was still in Black 2 and White 2?
Yes, I think that's true.
Why?
And they added the Dream World in. I remember because I didn't... The Dream World was like a new area to explore in Black 2 White 2.
It was like a two-player thing you could run around in, but at the same time, no?
Yeah, no.
I don't understand how to make it work. And it's like, don't do the Sea Gear in a hospital or airplane. And I'm like, what is...
I'm not going to do the Sea Gear, period.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Nintendo's like, don't do this in hospitals or airplanes. I know how much you want to, but don't do it.
Like, they made this how much you want to play it in hospitals and airplanes?
But don't do it. I know we have to pull you. We have to tell you to stop playing it because you're going to be doing it so much.
Just put it on the Nintendo Wi-Fi, you jackasses.
I needed somebody to come into my house and explain it to me. I needed them to point to what I was supposed to be doing. And even then I would have been like, and what do I get out of this? They had it so good. Do you remember the Underground? Like how much fun the Underground was?
How, like, it was the only good part of Gen 4?
It was fun and easy to do. They took away the secret bases, sort of.
No, they're
put
still
them
there.
in the Underground.
Yeah. So, I'll cut Gen 4 some slack because it was a new thing. They were trying new things. And the Underground was fun, and Platinum had it, I guess. But I think that's what sucks, is the first two games sell a lot. The third one, I think, sells a lot less.
Because, I mean, people have already bought it.
Because people have already played it. So, if you get it, you're like, hey, who wants to play some Pokemon Platinum with me? And no one has it.
We already played that game.
And, like, you can connect with people who are playing Diamond and Pearl and stuff. Or...
It was the sort of thing, but what always seemed to happen was that it was like, alright, and Emerald's a good example of this. So you buy Pokemon Ruby, and you catch Groudon, and you catch Rayquaza, and you're like, wow, awesome, catch the Regis. And then fucking, like, Emerald comes out, and it's like, you can catch Rayquaza, and Groudon, and Kyogre, and it's like, so then why would I fucking... Yeah. Why would I buy the first one if you're gonna make the better version with cool animated cutscenes?
Yeah, I don't... Yeah. The Battle Frontier.
Yeah, extra shit. Like, so much extra shit.
Did you catch Rayquaza in Sapphire and Ruby?
Ruby? Yes.
And I imagine Sapphire.
How'd I do it? You deleted my save.
I could know that. Deoxys was just an event, right?
Yeah, Deoxys was an event Pokemon.
God, I don't know why they did that.
Event Pokemon were, like, the most confusing things.
I guess I can understand it. But at the same
it gets
time,
the hype going.
Yeah, but they're not spending any money. They're not getting money.
Here's the thing. I feel like it was a deal between, like...
I feel like we've talked about this before. Like, places buy the rights to have the events there from
and then
Nintendo.
People buy them from
and then
things.
People don't buy them from the events. They're free giveaways.
Right.
And people just get any kickback because, like, if you're going to Toys R Us, you gotta buy a toy, too.
It's also... I didn't when I went.
I mean, of course.
Because I was a child and my parents were already pissed as fuck at me for dragging them out to this thing.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Bottom line, it's one of those things. The Mystery Dungeon games did that for a second. Mystery Dungeon, they cut that real quick, short real quick though. They had Pokemon Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, so 2 different games, and
then Green Rescue Team.
No, there was a necessity for that
because
it was Game Boy
supporting
and
2 consoles.
DS, and it was perfect. It was the best way to branch. 2 things, and I think it's really nice that Nintendo does this sometimes. Other developers do too, but if you want to experience this new type of Pokemon game, you can still do it on your Game Boy Advance, but if you do go to the DS, there will be a game waiting for you that you can play.
Yeah.
And then they did it with Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness, and then they did Explorers of Sky, which was an updated one with a new story, but they stopped doing that. Cut that shit in the bud on the way to the 3DS. Nipped that in the bud.
Cut that shit in the bud.
Dude, they really cut that shit in the bud.
I don't doubt it.
Took a pair of scissors, cut that shit right in the bud.
Right in the bud.
But then they just did Gates to Infinity. Just one game. Not gonna have a sequel. Oh, they did have a sequel.
Super Mystery Dungeon.
No, I'm saying not going to have a game that's just the same story.
This is just it's one
bits
game.
And pieces. And like
Time and Darkness had the same plot though, right?
Yes.
You fought Primal Dialga in both games?
Yes.
What was different?
You gotta go find Palkia in the second game, doing something, I guess.
Primal Palkia?
No, not Primal Palkia.
Primal Dialga.
You can go to that plane.
The same final boss.
The Darkness. It's the same final boss for all 3.
Why?
I don't know. Different post-game content.
Sure.
Like in one game you can get Dialga to join you, in the other game you can go find Palkia. The water dragon that lives in darkness.
Hate that.
Why is he not a dark dragon?
I don't know. Palkia's weird.
Why does he look like a penis?
Both of them look like penises.
Not just Palkia.
All 3 of them look like penises.
Giratina?
That's a worm. Guess what a worm is?
Hey. What the hell?
Bunch of smaller penises on him.
You see Arceus' head. You see his feet.
Penises. Gen 4 get fucked.
See Tanga growth?
Never getting remade. Keep pointing at Snow, jackasses. It's not gonna happen. I'm taking Electivire and going home.
I love Electivire's wires. Those are just penises. So what's fun about this is all the hype, the fun jokes about Gen 3 coming back, like, ooh, it's happening, and there's like none of that with Gen 4. You notice that?
There's
there's some people that's like, ooh, Gen 4, but nothing the size of Gen 3 remakes.
It's the same people consistently who are just like, man, did you see that Snow? Gen 4 confirmed.
Make another joke.
And it's just like,
It's not as funny as water.
yeah.
Hohen confirmed.
Confirmed.
It had more personality than Gen 4.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Gen 4 was really lacking in the personality department.
It is strange.
What was Gen 4's personality compared to the other games?
Snow, muted colors, mud.
A lot of mud.
There's a lot of mud.
I don't know why Gen 4 is like, rock climb. No.
Rock climb. So many. TMs and HMs.
Gen 4, take it easy. I think about Gen 4 and I get like a weight in my chest. I got something in my throat.
I need to get away from this mud.
Is that 2 for 2?
What?
On Way to Fall references?
Did you talk about this earlier today?
No, I think I talked about it in the last episode.
Okay. Well, we did talk about a bunch of songs MGS uses a lot.
Was that last episode of the episode? I think it was the episode before it.
I think it was the episode before.
Fuck!
Aw, dude, you missed your streak.
Every other episode confirmed.
What was I just about to say?
Something about muted colors, something about TMs and HMs.
Before that.
There's no personality to Gen 4. There's the water hone confirmed. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh.
Before that?
No, I guess I lost it. Muted colors, no personality. Like, they tried something. I can see where they're going for, but, like, everything falls apart.
Yeah.
And if you want to know, I think the best person, not the best person, but watch Tamashi Hiroka's video on it. It's like 52 minutes long.
Are they paying you?
Huh? No. If I had an ad, I'd be like, hey, guys, could you imagine a YouTube advertising in a podcast?
That's what I've... Doesn't that happen sometimes?
I don't think Tamashi Hiroka would do that, though.
Keep so
Tamashi
formal.
Hiroka, the Pokemon YouTuber, she does top 10s.
Oh, I think I have.
You've seen her before.
Yeah, I've seen her before. She shows up sometimes in the recommendations.
Yeah,
and I watched a couple videos. She's the one who does the videos on
She's
the Easter eggs and stuff.
Easter eggs, I think, maybe, yeah. She's taking a bit of a break from Pokemon, but she's back, so if anyone who wanted
Yeah, I mean, like, I've just seen a couple of her videos, which is this one and this one and this one. My favorite is this kind. She better be fucking paying us for this shit, dude.
No!
As a brief side note, that's one of my favorite things that people do with, like, pop culture sensations. Is they either...
Are you calling Tamashi Hiroka a pop culture sensation?
Maybe that was the wrong word. YouTubers, people who have...
I'm a pop culture sensation. You mean a YouTuber? Maybe.
I have that on my business card. I have Stupid Export Pop Culture Sensation.
And in quotes, in like the in parentheses, very far below YouTuber.
But it's when what was it? What's the nostalgia critic's name?
What?
What's his name?
You don't know his name?
Remember we were hanging out at the Adventures.
And then someone said his name.
Someone said it. They didn't say nostalgia critic. They referred to his name, and it was like, we know who the nostalgia critic is. We're gonna be 100% more likely to recognize it if you say the nostalgia critic.
Like, who said that?
It was Alan.
Alan said that. Like,
Alan was talking to Kat about it.
Like he was acting like it was some niche thing.
Yeah, but he said his name as if he was referring to like the media producer, as if that would make it easier for us to understand than
right.
The nostalgia critic. Another thing that happened. Who was it that was calling Rob Lucci Rob? Was it Isabel?
Isabel. I think I started calling him Rob.
Yeah.
And then Isabel also did it. And then we just started calling him Bobby Lucci.
I was like, Rob, is it? As if his name isn't Lucci. Are you on a first name basis?
No, I remember. It was a person I was friends with in Treasure Cruise that's like Boa. And it's like Sengoku, Rob, Doflamingo. And I'm like, who? Just say Lucci.
Are you on a first name basis with Rob Lucci?
Hey, my name is Robert Lucci.
Hey, my name is Robert Lucci. Hey, this is the leader of CP9.
Robbie Lucci.
The dark head of the government. Bobby.
The way you delivered it, the dark head of the gun, Bobby. You no, like wait for the drama, just Bobby.
It's Bobby, dude.
Oh, I love me some Bobbert Lucci.
Oh man, it really is Bobbert.
You getting ready for Blue Robbie coming out on Treasure Cruise?
Blobby.
Blobby? Bluebee.
We've been calling him that. So here's a little bit of Treasure Cruise lingo. Because it's an episode.
Just for Lucci, though.
When Sugo Fest comes around, there's the Soon events.
Soon-Go Fests.
So those are the Soon Go Fests.
Yeah.
The units that you get in them are Nugos, Nugo exclusives, and then Lucci.
I've never heard you say that.
I've said it a
I've
couple
never
times.
said that before. Hold on.
I've texted you about it, and then
No. I've never even registered that word before.
So-
Maybe once.
that's one time. That's all you
Okay.
need. And then Lucci is here, and so there's a blue Lucci, a blue Sugo Lucci coming out, and so there's Lucci and there's Blucci.
Yeah, but there's also
Story Blucci.
Story Blucci. It sounds like the Bluno Lucci pairing. What?
It was another thing. We were talking about. I feel like I harped on Isabel and Alan, so I got to harp on you. We were talking about Suikos, and you were like, "I've been using my Dofi team," and I'm like, "Are you serious, dude? Your Dofi team?"
I call him by Dofi.
I know. The thing is, Gang calls him.
Oh.
And I always, whenever I hear that said, I always imagine like the fucking
Dofi!
You're not Dofi. And I'm like, how about that?
Treble.
I'm aware of Treble.
That's the one person that really calls him Dofi a lot.
Yeah, I think it's just Treble,
but
actually.
I saw someone in Treasure Cruise whose name was just Rob Lucci. I'm like, oh, hey. Because my Japanese name is Don Dofi. Why not? Because that's like the first big Sugo I got. What was he? Oh, it's Peavy.
What time are we at?
Oh, we're probably at like 30 minutes or something. 37. Oh, I walked this trail, and there's a thing that says Mingo.
Of course.
And whenever I think of that, I'm just like, Luffy is the only one who calls him Mingo.
Dude, I love Luffy's nicknames for things.
Pigeon Guy, Mingo,
Hammock.
Hammock. That's not a nickname, he just didn't know her name.
What's,
Wimpy?
Doesn't he have one for Crocodile, too?
No? Look up Luffy's nickname for Crocodile. I don't think he's ever actually said Crocodile's name before. I don't know. He calls Shirahoshi Wimpy.
Of course.
And then Wimpy Hoshi. But, so, do you think Diamond Pearl will come to the Switch?
No.
They're working on a Pokemon game for the Switch. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, they are. Is that?
It's not anything.
It's its own thing.
People
thought it was Stars.
People thought that was going to be Pokemon Stars. I can understand the desire that the Pokemon team has to immediately want to tell us a new story in the region they've just made.
Yeah.
While the characters are still fresh in the people's mind. But, get those ideas out on the first game, huh? Although, at the same time, it's one of those things where, okay, you understand the region. Now, here's the game again. But now with all these new things added on. We've given you these twists and turns. Now, here's the new twists and turns. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the reverse course or whatever.
Literal twists and turns.
Yeah. So... Oh, I would say this. Nintendo's fucking smart with how they do consoles. Sometimes. I'm just saying how they keep their place in the market diversified. How they do have main home consoles in the form of the Switch, which now is also a mobile on-the-go console.
Right.
But they've always had something on the side that is a better access for everyone. With the Wii and DS, everyone. It was marketed to everyone.
Yeah, everybody could play these things.
With the Wii U, that was marketed to families. 3DS was marketed to everyone. And it works. It keeps them if a console fails, I think the 3DS was carrying Nintendo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When the Wii U came out,
if you just lean a little bit towards both directions, it'll hurt less if one of them falls.
like I don't think Microsoft would have felt the heat just as much when the Xbox One was fucking getting laid into. If they had their own thing on the side,
Right.
like Microsoft not laptops.
If they made like computers
It's almost
or
like
something,
they didn't. Like in Sony
or,
too,
like phones,
like Sony too. Like if they just didn't,
if they would just like expand.
oh wait, they made the
little...
PS Vita and it failed.
Oh,
Exactly. Like think about that.
So and the PS3 and PS4
no,
really
the
carried them
PS4,
for a while.
the PS4 didn't need anything to succeed
Yeah.
because the Xbox One was a major flop. I think about how funny that was. The how to share games on the PS4 and it's handing a box over.
Yeah, the box over.
They were fucking kings of that.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
The Xbox One was just like, Microsoft was like, I'm on the king of the game. I'm king of the bees. Anyone will like my new console. And they won't even know that I'm screwing them over. And it's like really bad for consumers. Here you go. Oh,
I didn't like it.
they didn't like it immediately. Wait, guys, where are you going? Where are you going?
So there's a thing about brand loyalty, and I was reading a whole thing about this.
Should we do brand loyalty next week?
What time is it?
It's almost 40.
I guess we can call it there.
It is 41 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably a solid place to stop it then.
So you want to talk about brand loyalty next episode?
Yeah, I think that's a good one to talk about. We should also put the phone down for a second. Let's very briefly talk about. So, by the time this comes out, it'll have been our 10-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Of starting up Stupid Export.
October 10th.
October 10th. Shit, that's tomorrow?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Oh, damn. I thought it was Thursday.
No.
I guess it doesn't really matter. But so, I mean, I guess I can still do the video on Wednesday. I was thinking about making a video where I just splice together a bunch of funny clips from, or my personal favorite clips from videos, like a best of.
Like, how would you even get the data of the older videos?
You can
though?
download them off YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I'll just use a YouTube downloader.
So what are you going to choose?
So...
Did you even give this any thought?
I know that there's a couple things I want to put in, for sure. So I'm not even sure about the earlier stuff. I think maybe I do a little, like, to camera speech, and I'm like, we've experimented with a lot of mediums.
Experiment.
And, like, I put the...
Threw a lot of shit at the wall.
See what sticks and nothing stuck.
What did we like? Oh, fucking something stuck.
A couple things stuck, for sure.
We made Let's Plays. We literally made Let's Plays.
I gotta go back to, like, our older videos and find the one comment. There's one comment on one of my Earthworm Jim videos, and it's like, hey, not everybody wants to hear people talk over the video games. And I want to, like, frame that. Because, like, nobody's ever been so wrong.
Yeah.
About, like, how the market would work.
It's insane how we could have been so amazing.
We could have been...
Had we stuck with it.
We could have been them.
What?
Me.
Hey, what the hell? Throwing me to dry?
Back when I was fucking unregistered hypercamming.
Cutting that shit in the bud?
Yeah, cut that shit right
ROMing Kirby in the Ancient Mirror and never putting anything up from it? on the computer?
But, like, I'm trying to think of funny bits from, like, older videos.
I'm thinking about Luigi's Stupid Mansion. I can't think of anything.
I'm trying to think of, like, a funny bit.
Like, all I can think about is the farting contest at the beginning.
No,
and like,
Jack Black.
Yeah, that's not funny.
It's not funny, it's not a joke.
It's not funny or a joke, and you're like, come in, we have cookies, and I'm like, what did people see in this video that got us the highest rated video in ever? No. The most viewed video on our channel. Why?
God, I'm so never gonna beat that with, like, one of the...
Why was it? Are you happy, or, like, would that be kind of bittersweet?
I'm sort of bittersweet, I guess.
That we got to it from a pull video.
Just a pull video. I am going to put in a couple clips from pull videos. So I wanted to maybe brainstorm it with you a little bit.
Okay. You want to talk into the podcast about this?
Yeah, I mean, like, why not?
Okay. How about the Eneru pull?
Oh, you just pull it immediately?
I got him immediately.
That's a good one. I think that one, maybe the double...
Cerebral?
No, not the double cerebral, but the double log Luffy's.
Oh.
Just like, what is this?
Yeah.
I was gonna put in something from the Dragon Blade.
Not the
not the Dragon Blade, the Dragon... Fist of the Dragon, or whatever the fuck?
I think so. Yeah, the
Where-
one where the henchman.
Yeah, the henchman.
The henchman was like the only fight you actually got.
He rings me out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of other funny things. I guess they're putting up episodes of White Knight Chronicles also.
Oh, so you can put that in.
Yeah, so I can put some of those in.
Oh, god damn! I think that's my funniest series.
It's really funny. There's some really good bits in it.
I want to like repeat a bit with you in this, but like, you haven't uploaded any of the videos yet.
Don't worry. Which one?
Smug Leonard.
Oh yeah,
Fake. Smug Leonard, but you can alter his face to make it seem
he's confused.
unsure Smug.
That's not me.
Is that me?
My personal
I'm the
favorite
main
bit
character,
from it,
right?
was where we got so we got Leonard in, and we got the one lady in,
And
I was
we
like,
went to
wait,
the store.
We changed their outfits. Oh my god! Oh my god! We can't.
And it's like we dressed them all up in the same outfit, so we're
So
just
we're all
walking
the
with the green tunics.
Like the worst looking outfit of all time.
Like how we started the game, and it's like Leonard has a fucking ponytail.
Immediately.
We could have never gotten that right. Why does he have that?
I don't know. Why wouldn't they let us do that?
So I think that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
If
I'm probably
you
not gonna make this video.
what?
I'm probably like
It'd be hard to do like
it's supposed to get like in at night
with the deadline.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give it a look.
I can look over and see if there's like any. I mean, if you can think of anything you really want to see.
The videos I've already proposed. Enru, White Knight Chronicles.
I can't put it
You gotta
here.
upload those.
I gotta upload. I might just upload a White Knight Chronicles.
What was the what was it? The polar bear? I couldn't control it for shit.
Was that the
Polar
Arctic
bear?
tail?
Arctic tail, yeah.
Where it was just like I can't move. I can't. You're like you have to tilt the Wii remote. I gotta get out of here, dude.
Yeah. I gotta
So
sneak.
you like stealthing through the. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. It could be like 10-year anniversary. I mean, it doesn't have to be immediately. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like it could be. I might just like post something on the channel. I might update the banner finally.
yeah,
Might do that. That's more reasonable of a goal.
best of 10 years. Have
Yeah.
someone commission us with all the games we've ever played.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking weird, though. Like we're
Every day.
we're celebrating our history as if anyone's watched our history.
Oh man, you guys remember that one time we played Arctic Tail? 2 views.
Like 2 views. We gotta get an RSS feed for this thing.
That's true. We also gotta get an RSS feed for Adventures.
Adventures, our other tabletop RPG podcast.
Listen to that shit.
That has only 4 episodes up, dude.
That has only like 2 views though. There are at least 5 of us.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's the end of this. Oh, what do you think of the Oreos?
They were fine. They didn't really absorb any milk.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah.
Maybe it's easier to eat them dry.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't like eating cookies dry that much.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
that's the end of the episode. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share to people who want to watch it.
And stay tuned for the cookies and milk sequel.
What?
Episode 56.
Episode 56. The continuation.
It keeps going.
All right. Bye.